Hello and welcome to the Better Than the Experts sports talk show, where today I'm going to prove to you that a 19-year-old knows more ball than those jabronis that they pay to be on ESPN. Today, we are going to be predicting the 2025 NFL playoffs. Let's get right into it. First up, first matchup Broncos, Bills. The Broncos have a great rookie quarterback in Bo Nix. However, as of recently, they lost two straight games before beating a team of Chiefs practice squatters. That does not impress me at all. What does impress me is Josh Allen and the Buffalo Bills. Josh Allen, MVP candidate. They're going to run away with this one easily. The Broncos, really lucky just to get into these playoffs at all. It's not going to be very competitive, unfortunately. Next up, we got a classic AFC North matchup. Pittsburgh Steelers, Baltimore Ravens is going to get physical. We're going to see George Pickens, German suplex, somebody on the Ravens defense. However, this game is not going to be close. The Steelers started off 10-2. They've lost 5 straight games since. The Ravens have been hot. They have an MVP candidate in Lamar Jackson. This one's going to get bad. So bad, in fact, George Pickens might walk off the field at halftime and never come back like Antonio Brown did. It's going to be Baltimore. Next up, we got Los Angeles Chargers versus the Houston Texans. The Houston Texans in the AFC South, champions of the AFC South, very bad division. That division is not good. They're a bit of a fraudulent team, in my opinion. The Chargers, top seed of the wild cards that didn't win the division. Very good team. They have Justin Herbert, young guy. Texans have CJ Stroud, also a very good young guy who's regressed a little bit his sophomore season. That's okay. He's still a very good quarterback. But ultimately, I think that the Chargers are a very sneaky team, very sneaky good team. I think that they could make a little bit of a run here. So I'm going to go with Los Angeles. Next, we got the Green Bay Packers and the Philadelphia Eagles. This is going to come down to the run game. And no one has a better run game than the Philadelphia Eagles. You got Jalen Hurts, one of the best rushing quarterbacks in the league. You got Saquon Barkley, who's the best running back in the league. The Packers' offense is just not powerful enough to outscore the offense of the Eagles. The Eagles' offense is so powerful, might be the best in the league with their strong rushing attack, so it's going to be Philly here. Next, very interesting matchup, we got the rookie, Jaden Daniels, against the veteran, Baker Mayfield. This is going to come down to which offense is more dynamic, and that to me is the Washington Commanders. They have found an X factor in Jaden Daniels. We saw it all season. He has the rushing ability. He has that passing ability. He has a great deep ball. He's going to be able to find Terry McLaurin all day. The Buccaneers really kind of lucky to get into these playoffs. I think that Washington is going to get it done. They're a sneaky good team, much like the Chargers, and I think that they could have a chance to make a run if they can put it all together. So I'm going to go with Washington. Now, another very interesting matchup. We got Minnesota versus Los Angeles Rams. The Rams, a few years out from winning the Super Bowl in 2021, their defense has regressed a lot since then, though. And the Minnesota Vikings offense, surprisingly very good this year. Sam Darnold has really found a spot for himself here. Justin Jefferson is still Justin Jefferson. They've got a very good running back in Aaron Jones. I think that this Vikings offense will be able to overpower the Rams defense and ultimately pull out a win, even though the Vikings record is a little bit better than the team that they really are. I really think that they could be a bit fraudulent here. I'm going to go with Minnesota anyway. Divisional round. We got Chargers, Chiefs. You can't bet against Patrick Mahomes in January. I'm going to take the Chiefs here. I don't want to. I really hope that the Chargers can pull it off, but you can't bet against Mahomes in January. They're going to win this game. It's just going to happen. And then, possibly game of the year here. Baltimore Ravens, Buffalo Bills. Both MVP candidates, Lamar, Josh Allen, going up against each other. Much like Patrick Mahomes with the Ravens, Lamar Jackson seems to be the opposite. Every time the snow starts coming down, so does the Ravens season. He's proven time and time again that he cannot show up in the playoffs when it truly matters. I think Josh Allen is hungry. He wants to get back to the AFC Championship this year, and that's what's going to happen. It's going to be Buffalo. Then we got Washington versus Detroit. Detroit, they've had some injury concerns this year. Lots of injuries. It has not caught up to them as of yet. I don't think it will catch up to them in this game either. Detroit has been so good this year, far and away one of the best teams in the league. The rookie Jaden Daniels has gotten them this far. I don't think that they can get past Dan Campbell and these Detroit Lions. Then we got Minnesota and Philadelphia. This is where Minnesota's and Sam Darnold's Linsanity run is going to come to an end, I think. Once again, Philadelphia is far and away one of the most balanced and best teams in the league. Minnesota is already kind of fraudulent. I just don't think that anyone can really beat Philly right now with the way they're playing, especially Minnesota. So it's going to be Philadelphia. Then, AFC Championship, Bills, Chiefs. We've seen this before. It's really hard to bet against Mahomes. Now, this could be out of bias. This could be out of me just knowing ball, but it's got to be the Bills. Josh Allen wants his revenge. He's hungry for it this year. He's been playing at an MVP level all year. He's going to continue that. Finally break through the AFC, get to the Super Bowl. Now, the NFC. The Detroit Lions have never made it to the Super Bowl in their franchise history, which is kind of crazy. The Eagles just got to the Super Bowl a couple years ago. Who could it be? I think that this is where the injuries finally catch up to the Detroit Lions. They lost Aleem McNeil. They've lost Aiden Hutchinson. If they had those guys, it would be a different story. But this run game for Philadelphia could be too hard to stop for the Detroit Lions. I think that Philly gets back in the bowl. Now we got Buffalo and Philly. Who does it come down to? It comes down to Josh Allen playing out of his mind this season. MVP candidate. I think that the Bills get it done. Somehow stop Saquon and Jalen Hurts. I think that this is the Bills' year, and they're going to win the first Super Bowl in franchise history. So those are my predictions for the playoffs. Hopefully they're right. And when the playoffs are over, we'll come back and see if I did better than the experts did. I'll see you guys in the next one.